did you get to watch anything these past 2 weeks or 1 week or so?
Yeah, I guess I'll catch some people up on the things that I've watched. I had watched The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix.
That's right. That's right.
That's made by the same guy who's been doing The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor. There's one other one, and now this is his newest thing, which is a adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's stories mixed into a modern day telling, and it's really, really good. Some parts are actually quite hard to watch.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But the story's really interesting. I think it ties into a lot of current day issues, and it's done very well, and the acting is really great, and it was fantastic, honestly.
Nice.
I've been watching Monarch. I am about to watch the last episode.
Nice.
Fantastic. Great. We talked about that not too long ago, but yeah, I highly suggest, if you've never seen Godzilla, doesn't matter. If you've never seen anything in the Monsterverse or King Kong, doesn't matter. It's just a great story.
So it could be a good starting point for that universe.
Great starting point. You don't need to know anything.
Now
Nothing.
It might go downhill from there, but that's up to your interpretation.
I think that everything's been handled very well, and the budget's like,
everything.
I mean, it's really good.
Okay. I was saying like a starting point to that universe. So I was saying everything in that universe.
I really don't have many complaints about the Monsterverse. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Is the plot line and the story of Godzilla vs. Kong great? No, it's not. But it's fun.
Terrible.
It's fun. Now,
yeah, sure.
We've already talked about Rebel Moon and our best and worst of.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
Terrible.
Don't need to talk more about it. And I did, and my last two things. I did see The Boy and the Heron.
Oh, nice.
Do I think that it should get the Golden Globe for Best Animated Movie over the Spider-Verse? No, I do not. Do I think it's one of the better Studio Ghibli movies? It's okay.
Wow, only okay.
Maybe if I watch it again, I'll
have a different opinion.
Yeah. I honestly wasn't that crazy about it. It was fine.
Yeah.
There was things to think about that were interesting, but honestly, like, it was fine. It was
okay.
It wasn't like I think if you're a Studio Ghibli fan, you should watch it. A lot of people had like much better experiences with it than I did, but I thought it was okay. And then I watched Poor Things, which
I want to see that so bad.
It's really good.
Good.
I will say that there's some stylistic choices that I don't think sometimes can be distracting. Sometimes definitely add to the character of the film. It's Emma Stone gives like a great performance. Like
Didn't she just win an award for this movie, I think?
Yeah.
She's
great. Mark Ruffalo is hilarious. Like and he's playing like an asshole, and he's great at it.
Good.
Nice. The soundtrack is really interesting and unique. And yeah, I mean, does everything work? Does everything go to the lengths that maybe like the book does? I don't know. I haven't read the book, but or the things that I would necessarily thought it would go to. No, but I would definitely watch it again, and it's one of the more like unique movies that I've seen in a while. So
nice.
Definitely highly recommend that one.
I will watch it somehow. Where did you watch it?
In the movie theater.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll try and find it when it comes to streaming or something. Because I don't think it's in theaters anymore, is it?
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
Okay. Well, so I have watched pretty much only shows since we last spoke. I finished Winning Time season 2, which is the final season of Winning Time, unfortunately. Um, Bummer that it got canceled. I think like this season was definitely worse than like the first season because that first season was like over the course of the first season where Jerry West had bought the franchise, and it was kind of like chronicling like how they were able to become a successful franchise based off of that one season. Um,
So it's more
but and then
like a through line, like, and then this one I'm assuming is a bit more like fragmented in like years
yeah,
and
so
stuff.
yeah, the second season goes through, I want to say, one, two, like like 4 seasons maybe. Um, because they're trying to get to the point where like Magic goes up against Larry Bird for the first time, and they get to that by the end of the season. Um, and there's some really great moments in that where like Adrian Brody's like one of my favorite parts of the whole show. He plays
Love
Pat
Adrian
Riley.
Brody.
Yeah, he plays Pat Riley, the head coach of the Lakers, and he is, yeah, he's great. I love him in this role. And he had a really great part in this second season. Um, but yeah, I think I was missing that like every storyline was like getting the Lakers to be a successful franchise in the first season rather than like us really focusing in on like the Magic and Bird aspect of the second season, and then every other kind of character was a part of that at some points, but also had their own stuff going on. So it just wasn't as like concise of a season, but it was
Gotcha.
still good. And they they had clearly like they had known that it was the final season because at the end like they were like this player went on to do this and this player went on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think it would have been really great if like this show got to like have 5 seasons or so, and then it like in the final season like him and Larry Bird went up to face each other. But if this is all we got, then I can't be too upset about it because we got to see like 4 seasons in one. So yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as great. And then kind of the same thing with Jack Reacher season 2 that I've been watching. I've watched the finale isn't out yet, but I've watched the first 7 episodes, and it's definitely good. It's got a good kind of mystery and good twists. But it's again not as like as good of a mystery as season 1. The plot I don't think is quite as good. The action it's still good. It's just not quite as good as season 1. But Alan Richson, like, holy crap, he got like twice as big for this season, and he was already big in the first season. So he really pulls off the Jack Reacher look. But yeah, I can't say I'm as satisfied as I am with season 1. And then I barely got to watch the first episode of Ted. Like I didn't get to finish it. The prequel show that came out on Peacock. Yeah, so I got to watch like the first half of that episode, and I mean, and already it's pretty funny. Like I'm
Okay.
laughing all over the place.
Cool.
So I'm definitely gonna have to pick it back up and watch the rest of the season. But they're really long episodes. Like the first episode I think is 50 minutes long.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I think it would have been better to like maybe fit that more because it's definitely like mimicking a 90s sitcom.
Yeah.
And I
okay.
think it would have been served better if it was in like that kind of traditional like 22-minute format maybe. But I from what I saw it was funny and good. So excited to keep watching that. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was out. I thought that was coming out. So
Oh yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's we had to get Peacock because there was like an NFL game exclusively on Peacock for some reason.
What? That is
Yeah.
such bullshit.
Yeah, it was bullshit. But Ted is on Peacock, so I was like, all right, well, there's an upside to this. So
Nice.
yeah. But that's everything I've watched this week.